Yes, sir. Welcome back to another Chop or Die film session. I am your host of the Chop or Die podcast, Molly Mo, Jamal Force. And listen, we are diving into week two. Week two against Miami Dolphins, obviously preseason as always. But when you take a look at some things, and we all know there's some people who are standing out, whether they're fighting for a roster spot, whether they are ready for the regular season, or some people who kind of subtly surprises you in a good way. We're going to tap into some of those instances in this film session. We got Jayden Daniels we're going to look at, Terry McLaurin, Dyami Brown again, some people on the offensive line, and my guy. I don't know why I said my guy like that. I mean, I'm cool with him. I like him. Tyler Owens, man, safety, rookie safety, undrafted free agent. He made a couple plays in that game as well that we're going to showcase on this film session. So without further ado, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Chop It Down film session starts right now.
Chop it down. Chop.
All right, so let's tap into the couple plays from Jayden Daniels that I think stands out. They are in unison with Dyami Brown and Terry McLaurin, right? So first off, let's go ahead and take a look at Terry and Dyami. Dyami at the top of your screen, right, on the first play. And I think what's important here as we look at Dyami, but also as we look at Jayden, is ball placement, right? So from Jayden's standpoint, you see you got a double A gap blitz coming on the way, or pressure look, right? Because they're showing pressure. You don't know if they're coming right now, but at the same time, they do pick it up correctly. The running back stays in. You get some good protection from B-Rob, and Jayden Daniels has enough time to plant his feet and get the ball out into one place where Dyami can really make a play on the football. Because right now that's strapped, right? But just good from Dyami's side, good ability to get upfield, press a little bit, but get physical at the top of the route, the break point, right? And I think that's a good deal from Dyami because it's a physical rep. You have to use your hands. You have to use some play strength to get open, and he's able to do that at the top of his route. But not only that, getting his hand and securing it there's a third down catch, by the way. So you're moving the sticks in a big moment, and that stands out to coaches too, right? So it's not just the fact that he caught the pass. It's not the fact that he just ran a curl route. It's not just the curl route. It's things that he did at the top of his route, right? And then what he did at the catch point. That's really good ball security. That's a clutch play for Dyami and for Terry. Here on this next play, we're going to show Terry McLaurin. And what I appreciate from Terry in this play, you're going to see it on the very next play. What you're going to see here on this play is just look at his release, right? Again, very good ball placement from Jayden Daniels. He's set. Look at his feet is set. The way he's able to throw it, his angle, his outside shoulder away from the cornerback, tight coverage again, right? But let's go back to where my point was with Terry. His release at the line of scrimmage. How does he set this up? Presses vertical, right? Let's see where he starts at. Starts at, let's say, the 30, 36, 37 yard line. So you're looking at probably about a 8 yard. I mean, my math ain't. I'm not the best person in the world counting numbers. But my math ain't right. But that's about like an 8 yard, 7 yard curl. Coming back to the football, you get a play. But you sell that vertical route, right, with that speed on the sideline, getting upfield. That's important. But also the hand usage the same way that you see with Dyami Brown. Tight coverage. How do you work your hands at the top of the route? How do you create your own separation so you can get free at the catch point? Really good rep from Terry McLaurin. Good reps from the DBs. Let's give them credit. Good reps from Miami DBs. But in one-on-one situations, sometimes you do got to get physical. In this tight man coverage, you're seeing Jayden Daniels help his receiver out, but you're also seeing the receivers come through for their quarterback, right? So let's go to the very next play that I want to show you from Terry McLaurin after you've seen that release. All right, here we go. Very next play for Terry. Look at how he starts. It looks exactly the same as that curl route, right? That 8 yard curl route, 8 to 9 yard curl route. And now you get a big play from Terry because Jayden, one, puts the ball on the money, right? Where his receiver can go get it and allows him to turn outside for Yak. But let's pay attention to, again, the release. He sails vertical. The cornerback, who is in man coverage at this point, they're in a zone, but they're essentially in man coverage right now, because he's outside on the boundary by himself, essentially, right? So when you press vertical, you use that foot speed, right? And then you instantly plant your foot in the ground to turn around. That is what the separation is right here. At this point, you have at least 2 yards of separation. Jayden has the ball to the outside shoulder. Perfect timing from Jayden and placement from Jayden for Terry to get the ball, catch it on the move on just a hitch, right? It went from a curl to a hitch. He sailed the hitch just like he was going vertically upfield and created that separation from the DB. And I think why I really wanted to point this out, obviously the route running is important in the detail and how you do things like that. But Terry has been working on stuff like this. He's actually said this in the in the offseason. I don't remember when exactly, but like his hand usage, but also just like how he works on his releases and being able to be that efficient as a route runner. Like all of those things are important. He mentioned Yak too, by the way. So it makes sense for why he ain't going out of bounds, right? A really good rep from Jayden and really good rep from Terry. So let's go ahead and take a look at the right side of the offensive line. Sam Cosmi, your right guard, Andrew Wylie, your right tackle. Really good combo block on 91 as they run to B-Rob on this play. Obviously, you're going to see B-Rob just explode up the middle of the field, get him some yards, get skinny and gain that 11, right? But really good combo on the front line. You see John Bates overtake 20 and is able to get him and seal him away from B-Rob. B-Rob's able to cut off 87's backside and maximize the yardage that was in front of him. But again, Wylie, Cosmi, really good combo at the point of attack. Cosmi's able to climb to the second level, get some hands on 11. I mean, Wylie does a good job overtaking 91 as that seal blocker. Really good first level reps, impressive from everybody. Obviously, you see B-Rob's juice as a ball carrier. He had a couple runs that was really good in this game, as we all know. All right, let's show the Rooks some love. Now, what's the quarterback's name? Jeff Driscoll. And he's in quarterback now, so no more Jayden Daniels, but we're looking at Luke McCaffrey at the top of your screen. If you all seen the film session that we had with Luke McCaffrey, right? The toughness that he brings, what he can do at the catch point, right? He makes a lot of contested catches. You see another one here where he's able to extend outside his frame, go up and snag it, but also reel it in with good ball security. You're looking at cover 3 essentially. I mean, when that defender is leaking out, right, he has to do a little bit more extra work. Luke does in terms of his stem and bringing it back towards that outside hash, left hash. Excuse me, I don't know why I said it like that, but really good rep from Luke. High ball from Driscoll, but I mean the pass gets there for Luke, and you're able to get a conversion, right? Let's kind of look at it from the other angle. Oh, and don't mind, I showed my boy some love last week. Oh my Lord, what's his name? Ricky Strongberg. I showed him some love. They got him in at right guard now, so I've never seen him play right guard before. I'm sure he's done it in practice a couple times, but I've never seen him play it. I've only seen him play left guard, and I've only seen him play center. So maybe this is a difference. But you see what happens with Ricky when, I mean, this happens to any offensive lineman who's unable to get their hands on the defender, but is also their hand placement is out of position, right? 91's able to control the wrist and then drive directly into Strongberg's chest. He has no leverage whatsoever, Strongberg does. He's fighting for his life. This is like a sled drill. He's just driving him back. So I did want to kind of point that out. He had a couple rough moments in the game. It wasn't all terrible, but that was one of the bigger ones. Is at the point of attack, he was out of position from a hand standpoint, but also unable to anchor down against 91. That was a rough rep. Last one on the offensive side, let's go ahead and look at the man, Braeden Daniels. He's over here playing left guard, right? So you're going to see him cross the formation on a couple of these plays. It's back-to-back plays. It's a good seal for, I think that's Wylie, the running back. Yeah, that's Wylie. But you see him pulling. This is about Braeden Daniels. Clearing that out from 41, gets sealed. Good job from Braeden on this pull. Clearing away. And then the next play, same thing, crossing the formation, but now he's kicking out. He's not pulling into a gap. But then he finishes the block too. Like, he took him out the screen, but the full play, you see him bury the defender into the ground. But you just see like the kick out on this instance, right? Good hat placement on both occasions. That's a good strength on contact. Obviously, the linebacker, once he got onto the linebacker wasn't getting off. All right, so let's close this one out with Tyler Owens. It's a 3-play sequence, right? So now you have Tyler in a situation where out of these 5 plays, he made a play on play 29, play 32, play 33. Really good reps from Tyler. And let's kind of show how everything worked out for him as he played these situations, right? So the first situation you'll see, he's not necessarily the single high, but he's about, again, help me with my math here. That looked like about 10 yards off the ball, right? So really good rep from him here. You'll see able to really quickly diagnose the run. You see the run flow. He's going, shooting that side, the angle, right? Shooting the angle. I meant to say shoot the edge. I'm sorry. But really good rep from Tyler Owens, coming from 10 yards off the ball, closing the gap like that with the quickness and acceleration, and getting the guy down for no gain. Been nice if it was a TFL, but no gain is no gain. That's a win for the defense. That's a win for Tyler Owens, especially a guy that's trying to make this team. Next play. Now, a lot of people, you're probably going to have to look at this 1,000 times to actually understand what was going on. Some people thought that it was Tyler Owens that was responsible for the big game. Let me just run it, and then you all can we can talk about it. That's effort. Great effort. So for Tyler, in this instance, right, they're in a man coverage. So when I said people thought or mistakenly thought that this was Tyler's responsibility initially, he actually saved a linebacker and he saved Jeremy Reeves, who obviously missed the tackle coming from that single high. But they're in man coverage, right? So you see him, and if you want to know how this is indicative of man coverage, I'll give you some indicators, right? Look at where Tyler goes initially. He goes with 49. He's manned up on the tight end. So initially he's following 49, right? But if you want another indicator, look at the pre-snap motion, right? With the receiver crossing the formation. Who's running with him? That's a defender running with him. Another indicator of man coverage. If you want another indicator of man coverage, and this is where the first mistake happens. The middle linebacker, number 40, it looks like the rookie, Hampton. So he comes down, right? But look how he reacts once he comes down. He's looking for the running back. But he realizes the running back hits that gap that's vacated. So now he tries to find a running back, but 49 comes down and crashes on him because that's his assignment. 49 crashes down on the linebacker, seals the linebacker away. So I say all that to say, obviously, this is a man coverage situation. I want to paint the context. All right. So now you're talking about a full-on pursuit from Dominique Hampton after Jeremy Reeves misses the tackle on the open field. Great effort, great hustle, great awareness to get his head turned around and realize where the football was. Lastly, we are going to another. This is the very next play after he just hawked the dude down after a 40-yard run. So Hampton had to turn on the jets, right? And then come right back and defend the run. So good job by the two rookies, John Baptiste, number 90, right? And then obviously Dominique Hampton, but this is the focus is on Hampton. He's able to see the cracking, or he's not even necessarily cracking, I'm sorry. But the receiver trying to block him, right? Awareness to quickly shed that, get up off me. You're not gonna block me. But now, because of John Baptiste, the run was going to the left side. This is great backside containment and patience, right? But because of John Baptiste, the runner bounces towards Hampton's side. Towards Tyler Owens' side. And that's where you get the TFL. So that's a great rep from Tyler Owens. Forcing the TFL, staying patient because of his ability to shed the block, his ability to get off the block quickly, and then obviously stay as that contained man as a backside defender. So that's gonna wrap it up on this film session. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. Make sure again you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you got thoughts, any comments, you let us know in the comment section. You can find me on Twitter. You know where at Let Mual Tell It. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for this one. Overall, I do think that people ask me about the scheme. I think it's been as vanilla as it could be offensively, but I do think the up-tempo approach was really interesting because it put Jayden in charge essentially on the field. And he led that team with his decision making, his ball placement. I do think he got fooled offensively on that fire zone. That deep shot to Terry where it looked like he was throwing the football out of bounds. He was trying to give Terry a shot, but it just was an overthrow. But also, secondly, you'll notice that I think they slid to the wrong side, trying to identify the blitz, but they slid to the wrong side. So I actually wonder if this was a Tyler Biadasz situation where he should have helped Jayden out. I don't know what this is going to look like in terms of communication. Is the quarterback supposed to identify the blitz, or if it's the center that is calling the protections and things like that? But all that to say, Eckler is free on the blitz side, which allows him like a one-on-one opportunity in space. So you want to kind of think like, how's that going to be worked out in the regular season? But outside of that, accuracy, ball placement was on point from Jayden. You saw the receivers, Dyami Brown, Terry McLaurin, in terms of their route running, specifically Terry, but also how they can work at the top of their routes, their play strength, how they're getting physical at the top of their routes to win at the catch point was really good. And then obviously Tyler Owens was the bigger storyline along with Jayden and Terry and all them. Tyler Owens is making a huge case to become a final 53 man stamped. Like no controversies, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So really good reps from Tyler Owens in that game against Miami as well. That's gonna wrap it up. Until next time, man. Y'all take it easy. Peace.
Chop it down. Chop it down. Chop it down, you gon' chop it down. Chop it down, you gon' chop it down. Damn, set, watch him throw the ball, man. We gon' pick it off. You gon' let him hit the hole or you gon' cut it off. You gon' play through 4th and long or you gon' punt it off. Your defenders, heavy hitters, put your pads in. Don't be looking for the ref to throw no flags in. Keep the helmet on, keep the cleats tight. You the type to want to win by any means, right? You should look alive. This is Trap or Dive.